In today's activity, you're going to build a tall tower from nothing but note cards and paper clips. Then, you'll take that tower apart and build a strong tower, strong enough to hold up a book. You'll start with 20 cards, which may seem like a lot, but if you just stack them like bricks, you won't get much of a tower. So you're going to have to think and experiment to come up with a way to make a lot of floppy, flimsy note cards become one big tower. I'll show you how to get started, step by step. Go ahead and get these supplies. You'll get your worksheet later. When you're done with this step, press the arrow on the right.
So go get all of these supplies. So you're going to need note cards, your paper clips, get some scissors, and then if you have a ruler, get a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can just use your best estimate and make sure that you have a flat space to build on.
Here's something to get you thinking. If you try to stand a card on its edge, it falls down. So see if you can figure out at least 3 ways to make cards stand up on their own. You can bend them, you can fold them, you can cut the cards. You can use paper clips too if that's helpful. Use your imagination. There's no wrong way to do this. Find a partner and discuss.
So just think of ways. You might have to pause this video. So just how did you make your card stand up? Think of ways that you can make your card stand up. And if you have other people around to talk to about it, go ahead and talk with them. But if not, that's okay. Just think to yourself. Like I said, you might have to pause this video until you're ready to move on.
Here's a picture showing some ideas we came up with. Discuss.
So just think, did you think of any of these ideas? And if you didn't, see how you can work with some of those ideas.
Okay, your first challenge. See if you can build a tower as tall as a ruler. Now, this might be trickier than it sounds. So don't forget, you can use paper clips. And you can always get help from your partner too. You don't need to spend too long on this. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes in case that's helpful.
If you don't have a ruler, make sure that you just use your best estimate as to 12 inches. But I'm going to let the timer clock click down until 0 minutes, or 0, basically. So just work and try and build a tower that's 12 inches tall. And if you don't have a ruler, just use your best estimate. 5 seconds.
When you're ready, you can go to the next slide. Sometimes it's useful to see what ideas other people came up with. Stay where you are, but look around at other people's towers. Do you see any ideas that might make your tall tower better? Discuss with your partner, and then take a minute to try out some new ideas. These pictures on screen show some of the ideas we came up with here at Mystery Science. In a few moments, I'm going to give you a new tower challenge. But first, get this worksheet and discuss these questions. Then, fill in questions 1 and 2 on your worksheet.
So get out this worksheet. This should be with the materials that must be sent home. And you need to answer the first 2 questions. The first question says, could you use the same pieces to build... First question. You use note cards to make pieces to build a tower. What did your pieces look like? You can circle our pictures, draw your own pictures, or describe your words. Or describe your pictures in words. So that's the first question. And then the second question, could you use the same pieces to build a tower and a strong tower? Could you use the same pieces to build a tall tower and a strong tower? How could you do that? So that's what the first 2 questions say. So he wants you to answer the first 2 questions. You might have to pause this video or rewind it if you need the questions read one more time.
All right, here's your new challenge. You built a tall tower, but now can you build a strong tower? Using the same materials, try to build a tower that's at least 6 inches tall and can hold up the weight of a hardcover book. You can take your tall tower apart and start over, or if you think of a way to make your first tower work where you just change it, that's okay too. If you haven't already tested your tower, put a hardcover book on top. Is it strong enough to hold it? Think about how real buildings are built. Discuss. Then fill in questions number 3 and 4 on your worksheet. Afterwards, don't forget to watch the final video.
So question 3 says, is making towers with cards different from building real buildings? How so? Question 4 says, is making towers with cards similar to building real buildings? How so? So answer those 2 questions. And you might have to pause the video, and then we're going to move on to the next thing.
In the activity, you built a tall tower and you built a strong tower. And you did it using the same note cards, the same pieces of paper. In real life, builders do the same thing. Using a building material like these wooden boards, they can create all kinds of different buildings. Buildings like cabins, windmills, wooden roller coasters, churches. What about paper though? Does anyone use paper to build things in real life? The answer might surprise you. As you saw, even though paper seems like it's really flimsy, you can actually change its properties. You can fold paper so that it doesn't bend, or you can roll it to make strong columns. Maybe you learned that you could cut it so that you could have a wide base to keep it from tipping over. There are some situations where paper is actually a pretty good choice for a material to build with. Check out these houses. They include some wood, but they're mostly made of cardboard, which is a type of paper. Here's a view as one of these was being built. You see the cardboard tubes there? This house was built for someone after an earthquake destroyed their first house. They lived here for a little while until they could build a bigger house again. Paper and cardboard are pretty cheap, so this was a great solution. If you take a piece of cardboard and you look at the edge, you can see something that makes cardboard a good material to build with. Notice how it isn't just one flat layer. It's 2 flat pieces with this zigzagging layer in between. The zigzags make the paper much stiffer and stronger. just like the folded cards in your tower. Paper gets stiffer and stronger when it's folded. Now, cardboard itself is a really fun material for building things with. People have used cardboard to make chairs, desks, and check this out. People have used cardboard to even make a car. A cardboard car is really unusual and probably not that useful, but there are a lot of sturdy, everyday things that are made from paper too. Boxes and packing materials, they're often made from paper. Tissue boxes, made from paper. Egg cartons are made from paper, and think about it. They keep something as fragile as an egg from breaking. Keep an eye out. I'll bet you'll find even more interesting things in your life that are made of paper. Have fun and stay curious.